So let's start with the inferences from the material removal or volume removed of the material, the non-linear terms in the actual processes which has been seen. So let's do this. So just for your information, F was the force or the feeding force which was making an impact, the force applied by the tool on the workpiece. The D was the diameter of that abrasive jet particle, the equivalent diameter. A was the amplitude of vibrations. C was the concentration of the abrasive jet slurry. HW was the hardness of my workpiece. Lambda was some kind of ratios of the indentation depth made on the tool and the workpiece. So, and mu was the frequency of that tool vibration. So that are the different factors on which my machining has been will depend on. So let me just remove this and go on with the discussion. So actual and theoretical machine MRR or Q with the feeding force. So MRR is the dependent on the feeding force is controlled. So this is the theoretical curve seen. A curve comes from this expression that it should continuously increase. The MRR should continuously increase as I'm going to increase the feed. But actually it is seen that it has some maxima value and then it start decreasing. So this is because the high feed force from my particles are going to crush the particles. The particles will get crushed and they'll not be able to remove the material. So material removal will decrease if I increase the feeding force after some value. So I have some maxima. Then the MRR changing with frequency of the vibration. So this is some theoretical line which is having a power 1. So it is directly dependent, which is seen with some slope. So that slope, but actually it is slightly offset, but it is almost following the theoretical trend. And some deviation is coming because of the effect of assumptions which we have used to derive MRR values. Now the MRR changing with frequency and amplitude. So more the impact energy, more will be the MRR. So as I increase my amplitude of vibration, it is having more impact energy. And if I'm going to increase the frequency also, my material removal rate will increase. So that is directly seen from the trends, and the impact energy depends on the amplitude and the frequency of vibration. Now MRR changing with feed force with different amplitudes of that force. So because of the crushing tendency, again I have some maxima kind of arrangement thing, and as I'm going to increase my amplitude, obviously the material removal rate is going to increase the amplitude of vibration. As I increase the feed force also, the material removal rate is increasing, but because of the crushing tendency, it has some maximum and then it starts reducing. Then the dependence of MRR with respect to workpiece hardness divided by tool hardness. So this is some kind of ratio, and this curve is actually going to be helpful to select the tool material. So we already have the workpiece material on which I want to do the machining, but then using this curve and the required MRR. So required MRR will come also from the time I have and different kinds of machining constraints I'll have. And from those curve, I'll choose the tool hardness which is required. And let's look at the effect of brittleness of work material. So these are some kind of values. So these are not exactly the Rockwell hardness values or some but this is some kind of brittleness index. So glass is very highly brittle. So the MRR will be 100 for it. The steel is less brittle, so it has MRR of 3.9 only. So you can see there is a large change in the brittleness. There is a large change in material removal. The steel is less brittle, so the material removal rate has significantly reduced. The brass is also very less brittle. It is these are metals and they are less brittle. They are alloys sometimes, but they are less brittle. So material removal rate has significantly reduced by the factor of tens directly. The magnitude is directly reducing. Now let's come to MRR with mean grain diameter, D, or the equivalent diameter. So theoretically, it should have a straight line like this because the factor which we have seen, the the Q is directly dependent on D raised to power 1. So it should have been a straight line, but actually it has seen that there is some deviation, and MRR then starts having a constant value. It doesn't keep on increasing. So as I increase the diameter, the amplitude also increases, effective amplitude, because I'm going to have a smaller diameter of that grain. I need to have a larger amplitude. So I need to cover a larger distance. But if I'm going to have a larger grain, I need to cover small distance to have that amplitude. So the amplitude, if I'm going to keep that same, the amplitude is going to increase, and the crushing of the abrasive starts. So the higher the diameter or larger size of the grain will itself starts crushing, and it will not lead to any machine material removal. Now this is the final thing, which is MRR, change of MRR with the abrasive concentration, which is in percentage, and C was the term which we were mentioning earlier. So there are two different kinds of materials which are considered, and the thing. So at the same concentration, more hard abrasives will lead to more material removal. So we know that SiC is also hard, silicon carbide, but B4C, boron carbide, is also very hard material. So the abrasives made from boron carbide are going to lead at a higher material removal than the same abrasive concentration of SiC. And with respect to this curve, so increasing the concentration above a level, so there is some maximum value available, and after which it is going to decrease. So increasing the concentration level above a level, above some given value, leads to collision of abrasive with each other. The collision happens with the abrasive particles also itself, and they do not lead to collision with the surface of the workpiece. So that collision is useless, and that will not lead to any machining or material removal. So we'll stop over here. In the next video, we'll look at some numerical questions on this topic, and we'll end over there. Thank you.